Good day, everyone. Today, we are going to discuss the concepts and purposes of our project entitled Pendulum Water Pump with Purifier. To begin with, we will have Mr. Badillo for the applications until who will benefit.
The pendulum water pump only requires pre-vibration so that it can freely do its function to get enough clean water beneath the ground. You can apply at domestic irrigation and also drainage garden purposes. It will be distributed to LGU or non-LGU remote areas that serve as our target market. Those officials will manage its production for the whole community, especially for those areas who are needed the most. And here is Marc Silva to discuss our project components.
For the project components, first the frame part. In our frame part, we use welded angular tube. This material does not cost a lot and also it is easy to find in the market. This material is comparable to aluminum angle bar, but we decided not to use it since it is hard to weld and it is more expensive material than the one we use. Next is the lever. We use flat bar to build our lever. This material is not expensive one that is also available on our local hardware stores that can be easily bought in retail. It's also simple material yet versatile that can be used on a lot of metal works. Same as with the frame part, we do not use aluminum and plastic material for the same reason. In the bearing part, we use cast iron type bearing. We consider the factors of availability, cost, durability, in choosing this material. This material is not that expensive, available in the market, and also the ability to support a heavy load. The next component is spring. In choosing our spring, we consider its durability and functionality. We decided to use a helical extension spring that's a good durability and a decent stability that will work well with our system. The next is the pendulum. Our pendulum is made out of cast iron that has good durability and weight that fits well the system. We do not consider using plastic or steel material in this part since the weight and durability might be compromised and affect on how the system works. Lastly, the pump. We use a cast iron type of material in our pump considering its durability as well as how it functions with our system. Some other material like plastic pipes might not last long and has questionable functionality with the system of the product. The next one is the flowchart to be discussed by Mr. Fernandez.
Acceleration of the pendulum. First thing that we need to do is to operate the system, is to move the pendulum in the way it's come to end and goes from the fixed position periodically on in acceleration motion. Reciprocation of the lever. With that, we can now able the movement on the lever. It's reciprocating motion. Reciprocation of the piston, followed by reciprocation motion on the, on the piston. Water suction. After that, suction now will becomes the place as the piston raised by extraction of the piston. Discharge of the water. Then the flows of the water being transferred will now be observed. PVC pipe. PVC pipe for the filtration. PVC pipe will serve as the filter. Faucet. Finally, the water will be transported to the faucet that we can now be used. Next, traditional water pump will be explained by Mr. Riñon.
The difference of traditional water pump and the pendulum water pump. One important thing of pump with a pendulum is that the work is alleviated or makes work easier compared with a traditional hand water pump, which may take more efforts applying force continuously and get tired immediately. And by the use of pendulum water pumping system with water purifier, we can increase the efficiency of the machine, reduce the effort, cost of production time, manpower requirement, and it can give a clean water for the people. And for the average lifespan of the water pump, The average lifespan of the water pump is generally around 8 to 15 years. However, where your pump will fall in the pretty wide age range depends on many factors. The single largest factor in pump's life expectancy is the frequency of pump's duty cycle. And to discuss the average lifespan of the water purifier and the CAD model of our product, here is Miss Candelaria to discuss it.
The average lifespan of water purifier is between 5 and 7 years, but it can vary depending on the quality of the components and how well it is maintained. For every 3 months on average, the purifier's inside needs to be changed. It is recommended to change because the water source might have too much sediment or iron on it. Also, you can base when to change it on its water pressure. When the filter has accumulated enough sediment, water will find it difficult to travel through it at the same flow rate, which will lower the water pressure. The inside should be replaced now that you have used up all of its holding capacity. To visualize our product, we have the CAD model of our pendulum water pump. The pendulum, as you can see, this is the pendulum. The pendulum oscillation is maintained by the periodic force applied to it. This is where the piston is. The piston of the water pump acts against the lever and dampens the vibration. The oscillations will cause the piston to move up and down with the help of the lever, which is this one that is connected to pendulum. This allows the pistons to lift water from the bottom and direct it out the pump outlet. For the purifier, we have CAD model and prototype. As you can see, the water discharge will be transferred to the respective sequence of the converter. Rocks and cottons, pebbles, sand, charcoal, and cotton. That will be all of our presentation. Thank you.